Kung Fu Critic.
Why the K in Critic? The K is for key, and sometimes karate. Glad to have you back, folks. We're going to cover another film in our month of Bruce Lee clones by having our star from the previous review, Bruce Lee, L.I., in another film. This film is known as The Fists of Bruce Lee. Again, trying to market on that popularity of Bruce by having somebody who looks enough like him. Now, the plot's a little different here, but are we going to have a faster paced plot with a lot more action, or is it going to slog and drag and we're going to be bored? Well, let's take a look at our all-important cast member, and then we'll take a look at the film. Who's in that cast? Our cast includes Bruce Lee, last name spelled L-I.
You didn't have invited me.
Our director of this film was also Bruce Lee, and our writer was Bruce Lee, our producer was Bruce Lee. How could this be bad? Oh yeah, he's not really Bruce Lee, but let's not hold that against him and see how the film does. It's gonna be bad. Of course, let's begin our film with a stock shot of Hong Kong. Establish where we are. Bah, bah, bah. After this, we get to see a big mansion where there's a grumpy old man who doesn't want to take his medicine.
Why don't you leave me alone?
His lady-in-waiting comes in and says, "Hey, you gotta take your pill." Response, "I'll kill anybody that tells me to take my health pills." Grr. I don't quite understand this. Anyways, this is Master Lo, and he's very particular about his safety and what he can and can't do. After an awkward sequence here, we eventually jump back outside into the woods where we see a man trying to get to the complex. As he does this, he is quickly caught, and boom! Now it's time for the exhibition fight. These are usually really interesting, for the most part, show some cool moves, but not here. This is slow, painfully slow. Now, I know he's blindfolded, and that's supposed to be cool, but, you know, we're watching a movie, so how much I believe that the blindfold matters at all, I don't. And the fact that it's so slow in just hand movements, it's a very pitiful performance, to say the least, especially considering that Bruce Lee directed this film. You think he'd want to look cool, but either way, he does his little exhibition fight. He gets a note. Note says that an undercover agent, that's a friend of his, is currently in trouble. Bruce, we need your help. Go undercover and help him. No problem. Bruce gets on a flight, flies over, and lands in his location where he's going to go meet his contact. At this point, he gets picked up by what he assumes is a friend, Mr. Opus. Bruce says octopus, right? And he says, no, it's opus, or something to that effect. I don't know. They're trying to copy James Bond with Octopussy. I don't know. Anyways, Bruce gets in the car, and they go for a drive. He says, "This is your hotel, Bruce. Enjoy." Bruce does a little tit for tat to make sure that he's on the up and up as part of his undercover operation. Oh, the response is incorrect, so Bruce kicks butt. Now, again, great fight sequence here. Shows that he has the ability, and this is fast-paced stuff. Great. He even takes two of them out completely, but leaves poor Mr. Opus, so he's just unconscious. He finds a clue and quickly runs to the location where he's supposed to meet one of his undercover contacts. Meets him. A little, "Oh my goodness, I know this man from when I beat him up at the hotel." Bruce chases him, finds him dead, goes back out to the cafe and finds his contact dead. He's at a loss what to do, but he has his main mission, which is to be an electronics expert. He goes to Master Lo's house, the big mansion, where he is quickly met by the daughter of Master Lo, who likes to point shotguns around.
Have you two met?
She seems put off by Bruce. Bruce kind of laughs it off and walks into the house and meets Master Lo. Master Lo, of course, is very grumpy and says, "You're here for one thing, security. I want my entire residence to be safe." Bruce says, Sure, I can do that. No problem at all." He quickly is met by another person who says, "I want to know more about Master Lo." Apparently Master Lo has some kind of list that has drug dealers and secret agents for the government and all sorts of this and that. That's very important to the underworld. They want that list not only so they can know who the contacts are, but so they can also sell that information. He meets this gentleman and is quickly told, "Why don't you work for us? Why don't you get us the daughter and then we can use her as a bartering chip?" And he just kind of plays it off like, "Well, maybe. I'll think about it." Now, earlier in the film, Bruce was told to go meet up with a man who might have information for him. He goes to this location, which is supposedly a dump, and a great fight sequence ensues. Awesome stuff. He also gets blinded at this point with some dirt or whatever, and we have to use his skills from the exhibition fight earlier to be able to get out of it. So I'm like, all right, okay, you're explaining yourself, practical. Still does pretty good, and again, fast-paced, well done. He's very athletic about this. But, being blinded, he's weak. All of a sudden, this white dude shows up, and then these other foreign guys show up, and they defend Bruce. They help him. The white guy has some nunchuck action going on with the little spikes at the bottom. Some deadly stuff. After this, they take Bruce to their boss. It's another rival gang. This gang also is interested in getting the Sacred Master Lowe's list with all the secret drug deals and stuff in it. He says, well, I'll think about it. I'm not 100%. After this point, you get the feeling that these two gangs are just very similar, and the only thing that's unique about the one is the fact that he has all these foreign agents working for him. So it's decent. It's a good enough plot. I don't know. As we move along from here, we get to see Bruce walking around the big mansion trying to set up all the security elements. He tortures the guards there a little bit just to be funny. And then he goes and asks the daughter, I need to go into your room and make sure that everything's all set up for your security. She says, I'm fine. Why is she fine? Because she has a doll that can shoot metal dart projectiles out of it as she squeezes it.
No need to check
Holy crap. Bruce looks disturbed. I am too. And she just sits there and kind of laughs and goes, isn't that funny?
I suppose you have some games.
After this point, Bruce once again sees the daughter.
I sure do.
The
You wanna
daughter.
try?
The daughter, who's been very off-putting and acting very odd for the whole film, suddenly decides, I love you and I'm romantic and I'm normal now. I don't get this. It's a complete flip from her odd, awkward stuff before. But she's in love with Bruce, so it's all good. The gangs go and descend upon them, trying to get the girl and, of course, eliminate Bruce. At this point, Bruce is able to do some sweet martial arts action in the playground. Nice stuff, good elements, nice practical effects here. At which point, one of the baddies tells them, well, we're watching you, just leave. Okay. They leave, walk off, and don't think anything about it. After this point, one of the gangs decides, you know what? We don't like there being two of us. We're going to kill all of you. So, the foreign gang, with all the foreign members, quickly eliminates the other gang from competition, while Bruce is busy trying to defend the household. Ooh, don't forget, in that forest from earlier, you know, where the guy got caught, there's a lot of other booby traps in there. Favorite moments has to be when a pitchfork goes right into a dude's butt. Bruce does some good martial arts action here, and, you know, I'm going to stop it here. I think that's enough. The martial arts action of this film, in my opinion, is good, fast-paced. Don't get me wrong, there's a few cuts here and there where they had to fix mistakes. But overall, our Bruce Lee does a phenomenal job. Great, fast-paced action. The plot about the list and these two gangs trying to fight over it, it's mediocre. It's all right at best. But if you want some good action in the classic, like, 70s style, I can definitely recommend this film. I hope you might check it out. It's not too hard to find. And thank you again for watching. Take care. Everybody's favorite spot.
Everybody wants to see a brawl. Somebody's got to stand, somebody's got to fall. 1, 2, 3, and a bell ain't the call. It's on kung fu, it's a fight, not a draw. What they come to see is people bounce off the wall and hear the people